Yeah. Yeah. Fuck dailying race cars on the street. That's what I'm saying. Hi. Driving this car, pretty dumb. Pretty great though. It'll kind of snap you out of a coma if you're in one. Anybody who's like, oh, daily a race car? No, you're fucking stupid, dude. That is the dumbest shit you could possibly want. Like, I'm in my 30s now. That might have been funny when I was in my 20s, but now, dude, give me a leather heated seat, man. Like this is, yeah, it's raw, and it's cool. It doesn't make it better. And if you disagree with me, then you're just wrong. Is it fun? Yeah, it's fun. It's pretty cool. Is it practical? No, but that's what makes it cool. If you do it for too long in the winter, do you start to get rid of that cool feeling and you're just miserable? Yeah, absolutely. Look at this. Just look at this shit, all right? If I want to get into the race car, right? Watch this. That. You have to clamber into that. Luckily, the steering wheel comes off. Not for like the fuckboy thing, not like the swag that a lot of kids do. I'm talking more just because clearance. Like, look at this. You don't get a lot of room to get in and out of this car because you got the fucking door bars here. Pull that shit off. Alright, that's one groan. Back on, right? And you got all these switches you gotta do. You gotta look at the gauges, make sure everything's warm. Ugh. And then you gotta put the belt on. And then you gotta fucking get your lap belt done. Then you gotta get the other lap belt done. Make sure the cam lock is unlocked. Nah, to go get groceries? You think it's cool. You think it's cool. I gotta call bullshit on all this, man. This is a toy. This is a toy. And it's a cool toy, and I worked very hard for this toy. Don't get me wrong. Like, I'm very proud of this. I'm very happy with all of it. But it's a toy. Okay? I'm growing up, and now I'm about to go get into a car. Watch the difference, okay? Alright, watch this shit, alright? Get out of this fucking contraption of financial recklessness. Oh, take the steering wheel off. Because then I can get out of the car easier. And if you don't have a hook for your fucking wheel, get one, because it's super helpful for all you other nerds out there. There's another groan. Cool. Just watch this. Watch. This is so easy. You ready for it? Isn't that nice? Seatbelt, not some ridiculous thing, okay? Oh, is that sun in my eyes? Cool, visor. Cup holders, cup holders. Oh my God, dude, let's talk about cup holders. For 14 years of my life, I have never had cup holders. You have any idea what that's like? No, you don't. You can't relate to that shit. Getting a coffee, putting it between your legs, probably lowering your fucking sperm count. Like, not that that's a bad thing, let's be real here. Do you really want more of me running around at this point, even when in my 20s? Hell no! I'm driving this and you can probably hear me, regardless of having a microphone on now, just fine. You wanna know why? Because it's not an obnoxious fucking shit heap on wheels, dude. Like, oh my God. I've got power steering. It's got heated seats, dude. Heated seats. My ass is warm right now. I've never had heated seats before, ever. This car came out in 2003, and it is perfect. It's fucking nice. I had to do a lot of work to bring it back from the dead. Like, it's nice now. Even my dog loves this car, dude. Rufus gets in here, he loves the heated seats. He hops in the passenger seat and he just lays down. Cut to that picture. but I'm just cruising along. I'm moseying about. The Japanese couch on wheels from 2003. It's everything I want in my 30s. I don't need a groan like an old man who's 30 years older and getting it out of this thing. The brakes are nice. They don't make a big fucking racket when I come to a slow stop. My gas gauge works the way it's supposed to. Oh look, it's got a clock in it. A clock! How nice is that? I got a rear view mirror. I've got, check this shit out, all 4 power windows, and they've got memory on them. So good. All right, so I don't know if you guys can tell from just like seeing behind me, but started polishing the car a little bit, cleaning it up. I don't think I've actually ever polished this car since I've owned it. Kind of crazy, I know. But then again, it was never really in a state to do that. I got this car when it was really cold outside. It was like winter. Because I'm an amateur at these things, I decided to pull all the livery off when it was really cold out. And so it actually pulled a decent amount of paint with it. It's okay because this car went into a tire wall, dude. Like, it's honestly like not the biggest deal in the world because the body is imperfect. So it's not a big deal. We put 964 turbo wheels on the back of this car, the chromes. And I'm not 100% sold on them yet because they're pretty blingy. I feel kind of like DMX and like exit wounds, like driving around with it. You guys remember like the Lamborghini Diablo. But that's okay because sometimes you gotta be ballin', and I'm ballin'. Me. Chrome. I really don't know what to say because like I've done all this work and now it's just in time to do nothing because there's no events. Just kind of sitting here now. The first car I ever got with my own money was a 71 Datsun 510, and that had a fixed back seat with belts. They were old Simpson. They were like bright blue Simpson belts in that thing. I don't know if I was balling enough for cam lock at that point. It was just leftover stuff from Greg's shop that I kind of just gathered up and threw in that car. Move on to the 944, fixed back seat with belts. I've had that car for 13 or 14 years now. I think it's time to kind of let someone else have it. I think it's time to find like a high school kid or something like that. Someone who was like me when I was younger when I got that car. And it like changed my world, you know. That's what those cars do. They're so good. They're great driver's cars. They're great student learning cars. But like when you have legitimately a dedicated track car, then I don't really need to have that gray area car. I don't really need to have the blue car in my life anymore. I will say though, what's really cool about the blue car, every time I ever got pulled over in it, they would say either blue or silver on the ticket. And so you could just go fight it in court and say it was the other color. So they say silver, you say blue. They say blue, you say silver. It just depends on how you looked at the color. And so it would be like, all right, discretionary, like whatever. If a cop fills out the ticket with the wrong color, then you're like, fucking drop that ticket, dude. I'll miss it. But I want to go to a good home, and I hope that it continues its legacy on with someone who's stoked about it. Haven't sold it yet, but I'm going to put it up pretty soon. Tomorrow's project will most likely be swapping the steering rack out because when the car got stolen, they smashed the power steering pump and kicked it off and bent a bunch of shit. So I have a spare manual rack. They're kind of rare and they're expensive, but honestly, I just don't want to go through the throes of selling a car without correct steering on it. So we'll see.